morning, everyone. Chief Cloutier here again. Today we're going to do a station tour. We had a request for Mrs. Palmieri's class. So we're going to do on a field trip, little action. So today we'll be talking with AEMT Sanchagrin and Paramedic Santi, and we'll do a little tour. So we're going to start off at the Gorham Fire Department. This is Paramedic Lieutenant Santi.
Hi guys. So we're on the outside of our firehouse here, 347 Main Street. This is our central station. We do have a second station down in Cascade Flats where we keep our tanker truck. We'll show you guys that one another day. Let's come inside. We'll get started. So coming in, we're going to come into our training and meeting room. It's pretty much just a large open room where we conduct all of our classroom training, all of our monthly meetings for our fire and EMS members. We also do our debriefings after calls in here, and so we'll keep moving on. Fire station was built in about 1975. Replaced the old fire station, which actually used to be located in the town hall where the police station is now. We've had some couple additions over the years, a couple changes. By and large, the station's unchanged. So moving out, we're moving out into the apparatus bay, and we'll have Phil pan along this wall here. This is where our members keep their turnout gear, or at least our firefighters' turnout gear. They'll come in through the door we came in. There's two doors coming from the training room into the bay, and this is where they dress to get ready to go to an emergency response, be it a structure fire, car accident, odor investigation, or anything else that requires a fire department response. We do have three fire apparatus and 2 ambulances here. We'll talk about them in a minute, but we'll keep moving on. We'll show you our kitchen. This actually was renovated about 4 or 5 years ago through fundraising efforts with our fire and EMS associations. No cost to the taxpayer. It's where our crews kind of keep their meals, prep their meals for lunch. We do staff 2 crew members primarily for EMS response, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're here for inter-facility transfers, and they're also part of our administrative team to help keep things running behind the scenes. Again, this was renovated with no cost to the taxpayers. So coming out, we'll talk about some of our fire apparatus. The truck right behind me here, this is engine 3. This is our first out fire truck for structural fires, anything involving a building. Carries 1,000 gallons of water, has a 1,250 gallon a minute pump. So theoretically, we can empty our water tank in about 45 to 50 seconds, if you want to do that math. Here's all the hose and tools we need to primarily put out a structure fire. A little bit right next to it is our rescue truck. That's our primary vehicle for any kind of fluid spills, hazardous material response, or primarily car accidents. Has a set of hydraulic rescue tools in case you have to be rescued from a vehicle. Has some rope rescue equipment for high angle type responses, meters for various kind of hazmat or gas responses, and obviously crew carrying capability. Engine 3 was bought in 2007. It's a Kenworth chassis with Pierce bodywork. And the rescue is a 2005 GMC with Dingy bodywork. So moving back, this is engine 4. It's very similar capabilities to engine 3, just kind of a newer model year. It's a 2009 and a slightly different cab than engine 3. To my right is our rescue UTV. When the ATVs started really coming through town back almost 10 years ago, when the when the ATV clubs did a fundraiser, they bought themselves a UTV and it got donated ultimately to our department for us to respond through Southern Coos County with it. It is in the process of being replaced, thank you to our taxpayers. It has, as you see, that silver slide-in unit. We can mount a rescue litter to it and transport a patient out of the woods. Our new vehicle coming in is going to be very similar. It's going to have a little bit more power, and it's going to have additional crew carrying capability for 4 people. The pickup truck behind me is our new utility. We purchased that last June, and that's kind of an all-around vehicle. We use it for kind of administrative uses during the day, either by the chief or the on-duty crew. We use it to go to trainings, and it can shuttle personnel and extra equipment to and from incident scenes. So we're going to turn it over to my partner for the day, Ryan Shanchergren. He's a newly minted advanced EMT. He's been on our service about 2 years, and we'll let Ryan take it the rest of the way.
All right, hello everyone. Let's head over this way. We'll go check out the ambulances we have. So here in town we have 2 ambulances that we keep up and maintained and running. We have the one in the back. This is ambulance 3. Right now it's towards the back. We use this one for transfers, or if we have an additional call or we need additional personnel, we might have this one come as well. But usually we rotate them out every month. So we'll have one primarily to go out of town on transfers and be a kind of a backup. And up here we have ambulance 2. This one's a little older. This one's a Chevy diesel, but right now this is our primary ambulance. This is the one we use around town for the month to go on calls. We do our best to keep them washed, looking pretty, maintained. So up here we have our compartment. This is where the crew will generally ride when we're on our way. Bunch of buttons and knobs. We have all these doors. We won't go into too much detail, but on this one we can get a bunch of stuff that we'll take usually inside of a house or a building. We just have bags of equipment, and it's easy access. And this also goes inside the compartment, so if we want to access any of this while we're inside, we can do that as well. And here we have this door. Head inside. We can just take a quick look. Again, we won't go into too much detail, but this is where we would have our patient as well as ourselves with all of our equipment.
If you guys do want a more in-depth tour of the ambulance, Paramedic Santy did do a tour last week, and it's on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel.
Alright, go back here. Just another door. Here's some more equipment. Again, easy access, just quick stuff. We could use this stuff, gets patients kind of to us, so we can bring this to them and then get it back here. A little bit easier than the stretcher. We just have our back doors, our big back doors, how we get the stretcher inside and out. This ambulance is set up pretty much the same. You got the door in the front and back. Not much difference. We might change out the equipment every month. There's some equipment we keep on our primary that we don't necessarily need here. So we'll just switch those out. But it's more or less the same type of setup. And then on this side we have some equipment. A few firefighters that work on this side keep their stuff. Some gloves, equipment, clothing. Usually keep some more, hopefully this clothing in here. Oh, this is our training equipment. So we keep a lot of dummies, like CPR dummies. We call them dummies. They're really not dumb. So this would be a CPR baby. So we'll use these during CPR classes to teach CPR on an infant, as well as we have some adult ones here. So that's where we keep a bunch of that type of stuff. Then if we head back here, have a few cabinets where we keep extra supplies. A bunch of fancy stuff here. But this is, we need to resupply anything. We come to these cabinets and find what we need, and we put it back. We have to order a bunch of this stuff, and some of the stuff the hospital provides for us. So we just have to make sure we get it from them. antique decorative fire piece here. Try to keep the dust off of it because it is pretty old and cool. You might see this on the parades around town, but definitely for show. So we do keep a washer and dryer as well. If we need to wash our clothing after a fire or some type of incident, we can wash it, dry it. We also wash some of our sheets and blankets after transporting the patient and whatnot. So keep all that there. So that's cleaning supplies. And let's head in here. This will be our EMS training room. So back here, this is our training room. We'll sometimes do EMS meetings as well as trainings here. We do have a sofa and chair, as well as a TV. We'll use the TV for training videos, and we do have the chairs. Again, we are staffed throughout the day, so there are people here. So we do like to kick back, relax while we eat lunch, and hang out a little bit while we're in between cleaning or calls. Through that door, we just have our locker room for EMS. There's a shower back there, again for that same idea where we might go to a fire or some type of incident that we might get ourselves a little dirty or get some type of material on us that we want to wash off. So we do have a shower we keep available. And yeah, bookshelves, mailboxes, keep some extra batteries and radios in this corner here. Always got to have extras. And this is our primary office. All throughout the day, you'll usually find us in here doing paperwork, orders, our run reports that we do. Every time we go on a call, we have to document it, report it. So you might find us here or answering telephones. Let's bring us to our main hallway, and we'll head to Chief Cloutier's office, which thankfully is nice and clean today.
That chief, you got to watch out for him. He doesn't always keep it clean. This is where I keep all my envelopes and files and binders for all the equipment that we have. My desk. Have the books that we've been reading to everybody during the day. Do have our bear in the window if anybody's doing a bear hunt. And back to Ryan.
Well, that's gonna conclude this tour. You've kind of gotten a good glimpse of the whole station and at least the basics of how we operate throughout the day. Again, if there's anything you want to see more in depth, we might have a video or definitely take recommendations. So anything you'd like to see more in depth, just let us know and we'll try to make that happen for you.
Sounds excellent. Thanks, Ryan. You guys, hopefully once we get through this pandemic, we can have an actual tour. Come on up and see the station sometime. We'd be happy to have you. Have a good day.